Hello and welcome to this week's Trading the Trend on Wednesday, the 22nd of May 2024. At the beginning of the month, we went long the spot gold price. As you can see here, we did so at $2,285 per troy ounce. And a perfect trade, really, because we hardly dipped below there before we headed towards our upside target, which was at $2,500 per troy ounce. Perhaps you may want to already cash in your profits now. It's up to you, really, but whatever you do, you should be in profit on that trade. The week after, we went long the British pound against the Japanese yen. We did so at around 193 yen and 75 sen. And as you can see here, that trade also worked out extremely well, heading towards our upside target at 200 yen. Because it's a round number, maybe you may wish to cash in your profits just slightly below there at current levels. But anyway, that one is also a profitable trade. And now I'll show you one from last week, which is TUI. And TUI is not a profitable trade so far. I mean, still an open trade. But basically what happened here, and this just goes to show that you never know what the markets are going to do. We basically went long up here at the very top, more or less, of last Wednesday's session at around €6.15 on the daily financial bet. And since then, we've just come off every single day since. Now, our stop loss was placed below the March low. I hadn't realized, and I made an error here, that there is a low on January that is made in January, which is very slightly below that March low. So therefore, maybe we should have a stop loss just below that level here at 513.50 or so, instead of the current 515.50 on the daily financial bet here. So that trade is still open. If we were to get stopped out, because we only risk 2% of capital per trade, we would be losing 2% of our capital, which is not a big deal, really, because so far this year, I think we're up about 40% year to date. Which brings me to this week's Trading the Trend, and it is to go long the euro versus the US dollar. That's what I would like to do, basically, because we've broken through this downtrend line, and it looks to me as if we are in an uptrend once again. This week's Trading the Trend is to go long the euro versus the US dollar with a stop loss, a quite wide one, at 106.90 and an upside target around 111.